Fred McGriff made his much-anticipated debut at first base for the Cubs. A debut anticipated since the All-Star break. In the first inning, one out, one on. Albert Pujols right back at Julian Tavares, who rolls it over. And Fred McGriff, great dig out of the dirt. In fact, everything he did on this night in Wrigley Field was cheered and cheered loudly. And his first at-bat after all that fanfare, he walks. Two batters later, Matt Stairs now playing left field because McGriff's manning first. Stairs a factor and McGriff a catalyst. His walk sparked a 4-run Cubs second. Bottom of the third, Cubs up 4-0. 2 on, nobody out, and there's McGriff. Base hit. Michael Tucker, another new acquisition for the Cubs, scores. 5-0 Cubs on McGriff's first RBI as a Cubby. It's 6-4 now. Cubs top 7. Fernando Vina rips one to the hole, and Kenny Mayne would talk about the Tom Emanski defensive drills as McGriff makes the flip and robs Vina. Top 8, 6-4. Kyle Farnsworth gets McGuire swinging. A tough night for McGuire, 0 for 4 strikeouts, and then Farnsworth was just dialing it up in the 8th. Ends the 8th with a 100-mile-an-hour pitch, striking out Craig Paquette, and the Cubs win 7-5. Renteria is the Cardinal who made the game close with a 3-run shot, his 7th. McGriff was 1 for his last 14 at Wrigley coming into the game. Of course,
third, Adam Heisdu at the plate. Wade Miller pitching, bottom 6, 2-1 Pirates, and Lance Berkman. We talk about his bat. How about his glove? Young cannot tag up, stays a 2-1 game. So Young says, I'll take matters into my own hands. Bottom 8, gone. Off Ron Vallone, 10th on the year. Young had 3 of the 4 RBIs. The Pirates win this one by a count of 4-1. Since starting the season, 0 for 8.
Base is empty, 2 outs. Freddie Garcia gets Denny Hawkins swinging, inning over. Bottom 5. Bases full of Mariners, 1 out. Ed Sprague for the Mariners. Boy, if Ed Sprague's working it for the Mariners, how can you beat them? 4 RBI in the game for Sprague. He had 4 RBI in the season coming in. And then here's Brett Boone against Eric Milton in the 6th. Mark McLemore scores. 6-2 Mariners. Bottom 8, Mariners not done. Bases loaded again. Nobody out. And it's Brett Boone again against LaTroy Hawkins. Base hit. 3 RBI for Boone, who now has 99 on the season. And Garcia gets a complete game victory. Milton loses his first game since May 18th. Mariners wrap up a 6-game homestand with a team record 12th sweep of the season, and the Mariners wrap up the season series with Minnesota by taking 8 of 9 by a combined score of 61-31.
To Detroit for the Tigers and Indians. Bottom 1, Tigers down 1-0. Roger Cedeno off Dave Burba. It's deep and it's not playable. 5th on the year for Cedeno, tying it at 1. Bottom 4, Tigers up 5-2, 2 outs. Bobby Higginson at the plate. Cedeno steals 3rd. His 38th stolen base of the year, tops in the American League. Higginson still at the plate. Cedeno is at 3rd. And Higgy fight this one off, send it the other way. Cedeno scores. Tigers go up 6-2. Tigers win this one by the final of 8-3. Cedeno 9 for 10 lifetime against Dave Burba. 8 different Tigers had RBIs. 4 of Steve Sparks' 8 wins have been complete game performances. The Indians were without Juan Gonzalez, who strained his hamstring Saturday night, and Roberto Alomar, who got the day off.
Yankees going for the sweep in Toronto. Joey Hamilton got batted around by the Yankees, and Alfonso Soriano in particular here is a triple. Just missed a home run by inches. A 3 RBI day for Soriano, 2 on that triple. It's 3-0 Yanks. 5-0 in the 4th. Andy Pettitte at Shannon Stewart looking. And then Jose Cruz caught in a rundown. And that's a double play to get out of the inning. Top 5, same score, that being 5-0. Tino Martinez locked in and loaded. 23rd of the year, 2-run shot. 7-0 Yankees. Next batter, Jorge Posada, back-to-back, a belly-to-belly. 19th home run for Posada. Yankees have 20 home runs during their now 8-game winning streak. Yankees sweep the 3-game set in Toronto by
White Sox. He ended last season with a 20-game hitting streak. Top of the first, leadoff hitter is Ray Durham against David Cone. Nomar can't handle it, an error. Cone said later that it was a cue shot, tough for anybody to handle. Got the error. As for Nomar at the plate, his first at bat. Nomar facing Sean Lowe. Nomar went 0 for 2 in his first at-bat. First two at-bats. Nomar's third at-bat, bottom 6. Boston trailing 2-1.
Wing and a drive, deep to center. Way back, way back. Home run. Welcome back, Nomar Garciaparra.
Tied the game at 2. Bottom 7, 3-2 White Sox. Alan Embry, Shea Hillenbrand. Leifer throws over Paul Konerko's head. Brian Daubach goes to third. Hillenbrand goes to second. Still in the bottom of the 7th, bases loaded for Chris Steins, facing Gary Glover with nobody out. Steins pops it to Konerko at first, and that would be the first out of the inning. Garciaparra on deck, hoping Trot Nixon could come through. So the Sox blow 2 golden opportunities. Here's Nomar. Yes, indeed. 2 big RBIs for Garciaparra. Red Sox lead it 4-3. Daubach and Hillenbrand would score with 2 outs. Top 8, Jimmy Williams calls on Derek Lowe with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Lowe facing Jose Valentin. And Derek Lowe gets the whiff. Boston gets out of the 8th. Top 9, it's Lowe against Jose Canseco. Lowe strikes out 3 of the final 4 batters he faces to end this one. This marked the 11th straight game the Sox have won when David Cone starts. Cone pitched well, allowing 2 runs in 6 innings, but it was Rod Beck who got the win. Lowe got his 21st save in 24 opportunities, but it was Garciaparra's day.
One of pregame amity between 2 fellows the week before had a moment of in-game discord. Dusty Baker and Matt Williams patched things up throughout the week for this tete-a-tete the Sunday before. Top first, Barry Bonds against Randy Johnson. Man on second. Bonds takes him to the left center field gap. Calvin Murray come on down. 1-0 Giants. Bottom of second, same score. 1 on for Matt Williams, who busts out the whooping stick on Sean Estes. 2-run shot. Arizona up 2-1. Bottom 5, Reggie Sanders on third. Jay Bell at the plate. Big Cat pouncing. Andres Galarraga robs him to end the inning. Full extension. And how many times do you see a guy end the 5th and come to the top of the 6th and then strike out looking? Happens a lot against Randy Johnson. Galarraga, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 3. Top 8, still 2-1. Rich Aurelia, 2-strike count. Said after the game all he wanted to do was get wood on the ball. He sure did. 21st home run of the year. We're tied at 2. Johnson now up against Bonds. Look, 12 strikeouts in the day for the big unit. Top 9, pinch hitter Marvin Bernard against Young Kim. Deep down the left field line. The ball keeps carrying and carrying. A 2-run shot. Dusty Baker loves it. The 2-run cushion the Giants would need as the Diamondbacks push 1 more run across, but the Giants beat Schilling Thursday. He does it against the Rockies, and Tana Helton, look out.
Here going again.
Baldwin had a 1-0 lead in the top of the 6th. No more. 2-run shot. Helton's 31st. It's a 2-1 Rockies lead. Bottom of the 6th for Gary Sheffield. He ties the game at 2 with his 25th home run. And this game was tied at 2. Top 9. And runners on first and third. Alex Ochoa takes Matt Hergesen to right. Jeff Cirillo come on down. Rockies go up 3-2 and win by that score, snapping a 4-game losing streak. They've won just 8 of their last 37. Juan Pierre hot since the All-Star break. 386 he's been hitting. 2 for 4 in this one with a run. Baldwin, a solid debut. 8 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 no decision.
2 Cincinnati for the Reds and the Marlins. A.J. Burnett sitting on a 4-2 lead. Bottom 6, 2 outs. Pokey Reese with 2 on. Double down the line. Aaron Boone and Ruben Rivera will score. Tying it at 4. Burnett would get pulled.
And he's going to score. And this ball game...
Todd Walker, 2 batters later. Little blooper to left. Kevin Millard can't handle it. Reese scores. Brady Clark is going to try to beat the throw to give the Reds a 6-4 lead, and Clark is in there. Great slide. Top 8, 8-4 Reds. Scott McRae against Derek Lee. Sharp liner to center. Sharp glove out there. Junior. Reds win it at the final of 8-4. So the team with the worst home record in the majors gets its first home sweep of the season. The Reds scored 5 of their 8 runs in the 6th inning. The Marlins have dropped 13 of their last 16.
Milwaukee. Nice moment for Tony Gwynn. A pinch hit appearance in the 7th inning. And we go from a warm, fuzzy moment as he takes the ball to later in the 7th inning, just the opposite. Ricky Henderson on first, 21 runs shy of breaking Ty Cobb's all-run scoring mark, so he takes off for second in a 7-run game. It's not a stolen base. It's ruled defensive indifference, but the defense was anything but indifferent. Ray King letting Ricky have it, and then Davey Lopes coming out of the dugout to let Ricky have it. Oh, my. Anderson seemingly pinned the issue on his manager, Bruce Bochy, saying he had the green light in a 7-run ball game. Said, Ricky, if I would steal on my own, I wouldn't go down there and take the base, but that time I was sent. As for Lopes, he was not bashful when asked what he told Ricky.
I know he's trying to attain a record for most runs scored, but do it the right way. You know, and then you keep doing stuff like that, you're going to get one of his players hurt. You know, and I just told him to stay in the game. Because he was going on his ass, we're going to drill him. Flat out. I told him. But he chose not to stay in the game. I knew he wouldn't.
To Oakland for the A's and Royals. Jermaine Dye finishing off the weekend against his former mates. And how about finishing him off here? Bottom 2 off Chris Wilson. 14th on the year, first in an Oakland uniform, 1-0 A's. Top 8 tied at 2, Mark Quinn. Base knock off Jason Isringhausen. Luis Ordaz and Mike Sweeney score 4-2 Royals. But the Royals give the lead right back. Bottom 8 tied at 4, Ramon Hernandez. A little blooper. Just out of the reach of Carlos Beltran, Miguel Tejada, Eric Chavez will score. And the A's win this one by the final of 6-4. Before his game-winning hit, Hernandez had struck out in his 3 previous at-bats. With 2 wins over the weekend, Oakland has won 15 of its last 21. The Royals just 8-18 this month. Jim Mercier pitched the 9th for his 3rd save.
Since the All-Star break, Cal Ripken's homered in his last game in Atlanta, Florida, and Texas. Did not homer in his final game in Anaheim. He did homer in the first game of the series Friday night. As for the game, Jose Mercedes gets Troy Gloss swinging. The runner on second in the first. Top 6, still no score, 2 outs. Runner on first, Jeff Conine brings in the only run of the game as the Orioles win a 1-0 game at Anaheim for the first time since May 3rd of '75 when Mike Cuellar outdueled Bill Singer. Ripken went 1 for 4 in the game in his final plate appearance at Edison Field / the Big A. Ripken struck out against.
To Montreal, the Expos and the Braves. Top 1, no score, 2 outs, 1 on. Tony Armas Jr. against Brian Jordan. Jordan would get hurt on the play. Bobby Cox knows that there's trouble. He's out there quickly. Jordan's still on the ground. You look at it again. Jordan hyperextends his knee. He would get up, walk off on his own power, suffered a sprained knee and ankle, although the Braves contacted Sunday night said they probably really wouldn't know the extent of the injury until the swelling goes down. John Burkett gets Cabrera, Randy Knorr, that's Knorr with a K. Bottom 3 still scoreless. Burkett against Brad Wilkerson. Next batter, Henry Mateo. Next batter, Armas Jr. and the whiff, John Burkett. Given up for dead. Wasn't even good enough to make the Devil Rays. Says he's learned so much from Greg Maddux, he may pitch forever. Burkett ended with a 4-hitter through 7 1/3. Matched his career high of 11 strikeouts set earlier this year against Florida. That's 22 wins in the last 27 road games. The Braves win, coupled with a Philadelphia loss, would give Atlanta a season-high 3-game lead in the East.
The Phillies and Mets from Shea, otherwise known as Blown Save Central on this day. Top 8, 3-2 Mets. Scott Rowland, a 2-run shot off of John Franco. Blown save for Johnny. 10th home run of Rowland's year. 4-3 Phillies. That's your score. Bottom 8, runner on second. Shiyoshi Shinjo. A high fly ball, deep left field. It's got a chance. Let's watch. A home run. Mets up 5-4. Jose Santiago with a blown save. Then Armando Benitez blew his first save of the year, setting this up.
The odds in the left field. Way back. Goodbye. Game over. Mets win 6-5.
The Mets take 3 of 4 from the Phillies. The last 2 games with walk-off home runs. The first 2 homers of the season for New York. In that fashion, it had been nearly 5 years to the day since the Mets last won games on consecutive.
There have been many a game made up after a postponement caused by rain, but you are hard-pressed to find a game that had to be made up because of a train derailment. But that was the case in Baltimore. Texas at the O's playing one of those games that was wiped out because of the train that went off the tracks about a mile north of Camden Yards in the middle of July. It was the only baseball game of the night, and we have it for you. Looks like a full moon. Bottom 5 O's up 2-zip. Chris Richard off Doug Davis. Brian Roberts coming in, and the O's are up 3-zip. Jeff Conine, 3 for 4 in the game, hitting .485 against Texas this year. Gabe Kapler, the long run, cannot make the grab. Richard comes in to score, and Baltimore is now up by the score of 4-0. Top 6, Ricky Leday with 2 on. Fair ball to the wall. Here comes Rafael Palmeiro. Rangers cut it to 4-2. Leday with an RBI double. 4-3 Baltimore later that inning. 2 outs, 1 on. Mike Young. Mike Kincaid cannot hold on. Leday coming in to score. We're all tied up at 4. Top 11 still tied. Bases loaded for A-Rod. And A-Rod in this game went 2 for 6. This one of the 2 hits. 1 run comes in. Throw to the plate. Frank Colanado is in there as well. The 9th game-winning RBI of the year for A-Rod. Texas winning at 6-4 and 11. The Rangers